I want to begin by joining with so many of our colleagues and leaders around the country, expressing our condolences to the victims of the senseless shootings in Atlanta yesterday, and sharing our thoughts and prayers to their families and friends. Our heart goes out to the greater community, and of course we stand here to not only try to understand better what happened, how it happened, but do the work necessary to try to ensure that it doesn't happen again, and not in Atlanta, not anywhere in the United States of America. Mr. President, I rise today to speak in support of the nomination of my friend, California Attorney General Xavier Becerra, to serve as Secretary of the Department of Health and Human Services. As we all know, as we all feel, our nation is going through one of the toughest health crises in our history. The COVID-19 pandemic has taken an incredible toll on our country. Every state has been impacted. Every community has suffered, especially working-class communities and communities of color, like the very neighborhoods that Attorney General Becerra and I grew up in. These communities are hurting, and people are dying at alarming rates, and they desperately need someone who knows these communities to their core. Now, throughout his career, Xavier Becerra has always fought to improve the lives of his constituents. As the first Latino Attorney General of California, he made it his mission to tackle the structural inequalities in our healthcare system. As has been referenced already, Attorney General Becerra was the leading force behind the lawsuit to protect the Affordable Care Act. Yes, he had the audacity to maintain protections for people with pre-existing conditions and for those suffering from a mental illness. Over the course of this past year, he has also fought to protect frontline healthcare workers from further exposure to COVID-19. Xavier Becerra's parents immigrated from Mexico, just like my parents did, with a dream of building a better life for themselves and their family. Just a few days ago, I spoke in this chamber about my family's history and journey in this country. A hardworking, short-order cook and a housekeeper raised a son who now serves in the United States Senate. The same is true for Xavier Becerra's family. He, the son of a construction and clerical workers, is on the verge of becoming the most important health official in our nation. That's the American dream. But unfortunately, tragically, over 500,000 Americans have had their dream cut short by COVID-19. Over 500,000 lives lost, and millions more lives upended by this pandemic. We need to act with urgency to end this crisis. Urgency. But as I rise today to address this chamber, urgency is severely lacking. While millions of Americans continue to struggle, our Republican colleagues are dragging things out, playing politics with the confirmation of Attorney General Becerra, one of the most qualified nominees to lead the Department of Health and Human Services that this chamber has ever considered. They have distorted his record, and let me point out that many members of this Senate have worked alongside Xavier Becerra here in Congress for decades. Republican and Democrats know Xavier Becerra is both a thoughtful leader and someone who's always willing to listen to both sides of an argument. He built an outstanding reputation in the House, both as a legislator and as a colleague. And as Attorney General of California, overseeing the largest Department of Justice in the nation, second only to the United States Department of Justice, Xavier showed no fear in working across the aisle. In fact, he partnered with Republican attorney generals to increase access to life-saving drugs to treat COVID-19. He worked across the aisle to protect drug discounts for health centers. Mr. President, I can't help but point out the obvious. In fact, I am prepared to make this abundantly clear to the American people. The cynical delays and political games that we see being played are not actually about Mr. Becerra's qualifications. He is just as qualified as any of his predecessors. Sadly, Xavier Becerra is being held to a different standard than other nominees this chamber has supported and confirmed over the last 4 years, including our most recent Health and Human Services Secretary. Let me also say this. Now, as some of the first Latinos in our respective positions, both Xavier Becerra and I are not unfamiliar with being held to a different standard. And it's a different standard today that is so stark that our colleagues are willing to delay his confirmation through the night. Yes, in the middle of a global health pandemic, Republicans are holding up the nominee for Secretary of Health and Human Services. They are holding up the first Latino nominee to head this critical agency during a pandemic that has disproportionately devastated the Latino community. It's time to let Xavier Becerra get to work. I urge my colleagues to end the delay on Xavier Becerra's confirmation for Secretary of Health and Human Services.